What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the show. We are out of the Sierras and down to the coast. We are on the Central California coast, just above Monterey, and this is our scene for the evening. We're hoping, it's been a little cloudy all day, but we're hoping that once the sun sinks towards the horizon that we're gonna get a little bit of color under this, this cloud layer here, and we've got all this really beautiful reds and yellows and stuff along the hillside and really contrasting with these tans. I think it's going to be a really good shot if we get some sun. So clouds, yes. Plants, yes. Light, well, we'll see. We're going to get set up. We've got sunset in about a half an hour, so we're plenty early to get our composition and kind of hunt around if we have to. And then we'll take a shot. So stick around. All right, so the spot we thought was gonna work isn't as good as we wanted it to be. So we're actually gonna go around the corner here and see if we can find a little bit better composition. And I'm hoping, we're kind of off trail here, and I'm hoping if we go down to the little point you can see behind me here, that we're gonna be able to see a better line down the coast. I'm losing my backpack. Anyway, we're gonna try another spot. So it doesn't look like we're gonna get any light from the sun. In fact, it's only gotten darker across the horizon. So what I'm trying to do now is push my exposure out, really draw that out, and try and get as much smoothing out of this water as I possibly can. But before I put on the 3-stop neutral density filter that I'm actually using to slow that down enough, I've got to focus, because with that on, even with the digital zoom, there's so much noise that I really can't get a crisp focus. So what I'm doing is I'm actually opening my aperture all the way up, getting my focus perfect, and then I'll put on the filter in order to bring that light down once I've got my focus all set. So that's what we're gonna do now. So I'm actually setting my focus on this first rock in front of me, because I know that the long exposure is gonna get me a deeper depth of field, but I wanna make sure that in the printed file that thing you see first is the most well focused, because then your eye will be led into the scene and it will be believable and it'll feel right. If that first rock is blurry, it's gonna give it a weird limited depth of field that I really don't want. And in a landscape photo, you really want that depth of field to sort of fall off over distance, not in front of you. So focusing on that first rock, setting our focus manually to make sure that we're just that perfect tack sharp. Then we're gonna put on the filter, and then we're gonna take the picture. Now the other thing I should mention here is I'm watching very carefully the ocean and waiting for when a set of waves come through. 3 or 4 waves will come in a set, and if I can time this so that my 13 or 15 second exposure is going during maybe the first 2 or 3 waves of that set, usually only 2, I'll get a lot more motion in the water. I'll get those white caps as the waves kind of come over. That'll give me a really nice misty sort of feel across the top of the water. So that's really what I'm looking for. So I'm waiting and timing my shots for those sets, and they're about 45 seconds apart right now. That's just a surfer thing, I guess, that I know that. But anyway, that's kind of how we're watching this. So if it's level or if it's flat, I'm just holding off until I see a set coming, and then I'll time that so that I start the first exposure just a second or 2 before that first wave hits the rocks. Then it has time for a second wave to also hit and for all that white water to push back out. And that'll give us a really nice sort of haze across the top of the water and the rocks. Well, I think that's it for us here today, guys. We've completely lost the light. Katya's standing over the camera with 2 cell phones lighting me up right now. It was not what we were hoping for this evening, but I'm hoping that there will be a little bit of drama and we can get some of that ocean spray and that mist to work out. Well, why don't we just take a look at the photo and see if we got anything. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. I really appreciate it. We'll see you next time, guys. Bye.